Thank you. I'm Dennis Altman from the Institute for Human Security at La Trobe University. And that is the sole amount of autobiographical information I need to give about myself, because this evening is really about celebrating a quite extraordinary achievement by two long-time colleagues, Joe Camilleri and Jim Falk. And most of you will have noticed, watching the overheads as we've gathered around, that we're part of essentially a very postmodern, post-electronic launch, in the sense that this book has already been launched in several other places and will continue to be launched. I in fact predict that this book will have a history of continual launches, and we hope at the same time continual readership, because it is a truly important and original contribution to our understanding of global change, and particularly gratifying to see a contribution of this sort coming from Australia. And it's therefore entirely appropriate that the two people who are going to speak to you tonight about the book are themselves both extremely eminent and important Australians, Justice Michael Kirby and Professor Stuart McIntyre. I always hate those introductions that begin with "this person needs no introduction," which usually means the MC has actually forgotten who they are and hopes the audience will do their work for them. But let me just say briefly that in Justice Kirby we have with us one of the most distinguished judges in the history of this country, a man who has made extraordinary contributions across a whole range of human rights, legislative understanding and political wisdom over a long career. In Stuart McIntyre we have certainly one of Australia's most eminent historians, a man who has been professor at Melbourne now for a long time, but also in his time has made extraordinary contributions not only to our understanding of our own history, but indeed to an international appreciation of Australia's uniqueness and Australian history. And I stress the Australianness of both Michael and Stuart because it seems to me particularly appropriate that they are here as part of what, as you can see from the overheads, is in fact a global presentation bringing to the world ideas and concepts that are relevant not just to us standing here in the University of Melbourne, I had to gulp to say that bit, but indeed that is relevant to a complex and changing world. Now, I've been given a strict running order, and I have two toothpicks, which is all I have basically to ensure discipline, which is fairly difficult. But rather than my leaping up and introducing people one by one, let me just say that I'll call on Stuart, who